wake up wake up the latent childhood abilities as the children of the world dominated by stories, pictures, and recognition. We have seen that many humans, when they come at the age of 25 to, for example, 25 to 75, the people start losing the childish activities. Yeah, they should not lose the childish activities. There should be some childish behavior in the in the young people also, as well as the old people also. Because if you start losing your childish behavior, here you will start losing your imagination. You know, with the stress, if you're working under stress, stress is going to kill imagination. So I would suggest you to be free always. You should be free from all the type of stress available, and so that you can be like a child. Be like a child. The child always thinks in the form of stories. He doesn't know anything. He thinks in the form of pictures, and lot of imaginations is going on. My dear friends, 65,000 thoughts come into the mind of a normal person, and these thoughts, I think most of the thoughts, more than 90% of the thoughts are are regular thoughts, but 10% thoughts are new thoughts. The new thoughts should be caught, because if someone catches before you, then he's going to make use of that. So I think you should be the person who who should catch your idea. you know Many people, what happen, what ideas come to your mind. These ideas can change the lives of millions. You might have observed few ideas which are in your mind in a year before. It came into someone other person's mind, and he applied that idea and he became successful. you know this why you weren't able to apply that idea. That is also a process. I'll tell you how to come up with the idea, the stages by applying, for believing in your idea and applying that idea. It is complete stage and process. I'll tell you in the few next slides of that are coming. Tell you that ideas. Okay. Now, visual and creative techniques. I'm going to tell you the visual and creative technique be able that will natural visual and creative skills in adults. It can be brought. You know, See, nurturing creative and visual thinking in your organization. Learning and remove the myths that prevent creativity. Start using visual and creative thinking. You know, creative and visual thinking should be implanted in your organization. By You should encourage the drawing boards uh, in your company. These drawing boards are going to help you in bringing out the best possible creativity by your staff. you know the classroom should be encouraged with the charts. The charts which are designed by the mind, by the mind, whatever the person is thinking. So the children should be encouraged for putting the charts. Same way, the staff should also be encouraged by putting out his or her idea into the boardroom on the drawing boards. And whatever kind of creativity is there, that should be brought into the mind of other people also. Even though the idea may be failed, but for thinking you should be rewarded. Some kinds of reward should be promoted in a company, because one or the idea of the employee, that's going to really revolutionize the world. That is really going to revolutionize the world. So always encourage the out of box thinking in your company. Now, first, you don't have to be artist. For visual thinking and creativity aren't only about drawing. Drawing isn't which makes creative activity. For becoming the visual artist, you don't need to be a drawing expert. It's not the pen and pencil or the board which is just going to make creative. That is actually, I think, a myth. A myth of innovation. There are a lot of myths of creativity. I'm going to discuss the myth number one: creative comes from an epiphany. Means if you're going to think from brain only, then only creativity is going to come. It's not that like that. Or there is a clear path to creativity. My friend, there is no clear path to creativity. Always there is a zigzag roads. Many obstacles are there in creativity. Third myth: creativity is a result of lone innovator. No, many people think that if I'm alone who is going to think creativity, and these other people don't think creativity, then he's wrong. Creativity can be a teamwork also. Creativity can be a teamwork also. When the people can come together and think creatively on any kind of work, that too also can succeed. So that is also a myth. Here, myth number 4: creativity always result in greatness. Well, great ideas anyway. You know, many people have thought that only the great people can have the great ideas. No, even the small persons, small people who have even didn't pass the graduate, they are just school left people who third or fourth standard. They have left the school. Even if they are uneducated, they can also have the best ideas in the world. They These ideas are not the you can say it's not loyal to the right. Only rich people are the great people or the great thinker or most educated people in the world. It's not like that. Ideas come to the people who are uneducated, who are not much rich, who are, even though you are poor or if you are not great. So that is a myth you should remove. Another myth is that I'm not creative. Many people think that I'm not creative. This is somewhere where the people had shaken your confidence. You are creative, you are the best person in the world, you have got the brain, you can think differently. It is very important you can think. you know so I'm not creative, it's wrong. The myth number 6: being creative is a waste of time. Wrong. It's not a waste of time. Many people think that for thinking you need to go somewhere and think for half an hour, and why are you wasting your time? Why can't we do the regular things? This is wrong, because thinking can you know thinking will cross the miles, just in half an hour. If you don't think, if you do the donkey work, you're going to, even 8 days will require you not be able to pass that path. So my dear friends, creative thinking will make you cross the same path within 1 hour, within half an hour. And if you do the donkey work, even 8 days will be over and you will not be able to cross that path. So those people who think that creativity is a waste of time, it is wrong. Another myth, which is that creativity is not for adults or people with serious careers.